Hey guys, Shadowcon Maximus here, back for another Transformers video review. And yes, I have a movie toy. And this is Recon Barricade. Now, Recon Barricade is a repaint of the original movie Barricade, which I have here. And let me just say this, it's not a good figure. Or not a very good repaint either. Now, we all know that Barricade suffers a lot, considering his design. This figure does suffer from being top heavy, not having enough posability, and basically not being able to stand up. But the one thing that this figure pulls off better than this figure is the colour scheme, and the way this colour scheme hides everything is one of the unique things about this figure, but something that this figure does not pull off very well. Now, the reason why it doesn't pull it off very well is because of the fact that it's a very dull grey colour. They've picked striking colours, they've not tried to blend it in as much as possible. Excuse me here for a second. Sorry, I've had a cold for the past 4 days, so yeah. So, as you can see here, we've got a load of kibble here on the inside. Yeah, it's not really well hidden, unlike the movie Barricade that just shows black. This shows a variety of different colours. You can see everything in the bottom, whereas Barricade, you know, it's a little bit difficult to make out. So this figure has too many striking colours, and yeah, it basically looks like a downgrade from something that was a good toy, actually. And Frenzy here has suffered as well. Just open him up, and basically he is a very flimsy, fails to stand up type of robot. Here is the original Frenzy. Now, as you can see here, he looks a little bit more thicker, in my opinion, but that just might be the perspective that I have. But if you stand here from side by side, the plastic does not look as thin on this one than it does on this one, and that may be because of the colour scheme, I don't know, but yeah, it does look thin. And Recon Frenzy was about to have a moment with movie Frenzy, but good job we avoided that. Yeah, his joints are weak as hell. What the hell they did to this, I do not know. He just wants to get into that pose. You know what I mean. Yeah. So Frenzy is officially has officially drooped, but movie Frenzy here just stands up straight and tall, and basically has as much posability as a Minicon. But I do like this thing. It's a lot more tougher, it's a lot more stiffer, and that's why I prefer this Frenzy. But moving on to Recon Barricade here, you can really see the faults in the transformation. This figure is really enlightening on how the mould of Barricade has its problems. Transformation is basically the same as Barricades. We just open this up like so, pull it out. Now I'm sorry if this goes off camera, but I'm trying to do it quick here. Fold the feet down, get those into position, fold those round, move the camera up a little bit, split that apart, fold that round, and there we have Recon Barricade in robot mode. And basically he does not want to stand up at all. Yeah, the problem with this figure is the fact that the legs are not lined up correctly. The ball joints do not help on the feet, because the fact that the ball joints go forward, and if you have them back too much, he basically is too back heavy or he's too top heavy, which basically, you know, it's just an annoying thing. I suppose you can always prop him up with the little mace gimmick hand here. I say it's a mace hand, and that's what he used it in the movie as. But basically, it's basically like a punching action. You just press the button there and then it releases. A very simple gimmick, very crap gimmick. Basically looks like he has his mace arm on the floor. But that's only just to give him support. So overall, he's a total disappointment. And basically, the way this figure looks, you can see right through it. I mean, you seriously can. Unless you put Frenzy back in his little compartment here, you can still see through it. I mean, this mould has serious problems, especially with its paint scheme. You can see all the flaws in the design of the figure. Got some little tabs here that you can open up for like spikes on his feet. Yeah, this is not a good figure. This figure, however, I would recommend picking up. Even though it is the same mould, this figure pulls it off a lot more better. Even though it has the same posability problems, sometimes, it hides more flaws than this figure does, and that's because of the colour scheme. And this really shows how the colour scheme matters to the figure, really, and how, you know, it just makes the figure look cheap and tacky, like a knockoff. Personally, I'm going to give this a very strict rating, and I'm going to say it sucks balls. It absolutely sucks balls. It is a rubbish, shitty figure. So anyway, glad you watched this video, and I hope you do not buy this figure. See you later.